Yes guys, what is up YouTube? I thought I would jump on this quickly just to do another recap. So obviously last year I done a recap. If you haven't seen the video, I will link it in the description. But yeah, I done a recap last year of how my year went. I think last year was a very like emotionally driven year based off losing my nan in the January. So I set goals, etc, etc. I feel like this year has been more about action. Like I feel like this year there's a lot of goals that I hit that I'm really happy with, and there's also like a lot of things that I didn't hit, but I feel like now looking back was probably a good thing. I've also worked this year like with the biggest brands I've ever worked with. Let me just move that down a little bit if it doesn't fall. Yeah, this year I've obviously worked with like the biggest brands I've ever worked with. I worked with Dior, I've worked with Armani again, like just things that I'm like truly grateful beyond words for. Like the experiences that I've had this year work wise have been phenomenal. Like I've been to LA, went to Marrakesh again on my birthday for work. Like I've been really blessed this year, so I'm super happy. I'm also set myself a new running target for February. I'll talk about that in another video, but I wanted to kind of keep this sweet. I kind of wanted to keep this quick. I didn't want it to be like an overly long one, but I think the best advice I can give from what I've learned this year is purely, let me just make sure he's not at the front door yet. But yeah, I'm sure that's how my granddad's. But yeah, like I truly think like if I can give anybody advice this year, it would be to write down things you're grateful for every day. So I went back and I read The Secret, The Magic and The Power, the 3 books. So yeah, I learned so much. I think I learned the most from The Magic because there's exercises that you do in it. So I used my notes app on the iPhone, and then I just was doing all the exercises. So one of the exercises is you got to technically write down every single day 10 things you're grateful for, and then but as if they've already happened, or if they have happened, obviously happy days. If you're grateful that something good's happened, say that. But yeah, I was saying like things like I'm so grateful that I've done this campaign. I'm so grateful that I've visited this country. I'm so grateful I earned X amount of money, and these things started to happen, and they started to happen really fast. After about a week or so, I really started to feel like my energy was on a different level. And then I also wrote like my 10 desires as if they've already happened. So like, for example, I'd say like, I'm super grateful, thank you for this beautiful Porsche, whatever your desires are, your 10 desires, whether it's a house, kids, blah blah blah. And I wrote them out, and I feel like I'm getting closer to some of them, and it's kind of scary to think that just in the course of a year of such a simple, easy practice daily can really elevate your life. I feel like I'm in a state in my life where I don't actually let anything faze me. I used to be quite reactive to a lot of things last year, obviously because I was in a bit of an emotional state, but I feel like this year I've kind of been a bit numb to things, and I've just been focused on me, what I want to do, what I want to experience, things I want to accomplish. And I feel like I've put a lot of work in last year to make sure that this year I could really like hit the ground running. And I feel like I've started a project that I've been talking about for like 2 years. Oh, I might do this, I might do that, I might do this. And I thought, nah, like do it. Like I think losing my nan made me realize like tomorrow's not promised. I was on my way to see her at the time, and we were just gonna have a catch up, like just seen her at Christmas or whatever else. And I thought, oh, let me like swing around, see her, blah blah blah. Obviously got the phone call. I'd driven from Essex to Surrey, and then I'd got back, and then yeah, worst part about it is obviously she passed away when I was at my mum's. I stopped in to see my mum, and then I was meant to make my way here. And yeah, so I obviously ended up going, hang on 2 seconds, I think this is somebody to see my granddad. But anyway, sorry, I think my granddad's carer's here. But anyway, I didn't know she was coming today. I didn't even know who she was, but yeah. But yeah, so obviously come here, and that made me realise like, you know what, like I could keep thinking I might do this later, I might do that later, I could possibly try this the month after, etc. And you know what, like it really made me like, okay, like let's plan. And that was the best thing I did, was like write down, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to accomplish, this is what I need to do to get to that goal. So I started a project. I will talk about that in another video, because I will be launching that project at the start of 2024, which is exciting and super nervous as well. I've been back and forth with this project for about 6-7 months now, to make sure that it's perfect, and I haven't really been able to really get it to how I really wanted it to, hence why it's been so long. I could have really pushed this out November, but it has to be perfect. And I know some people are like, I can never be perfect. It has to be. So that's just how I am. And if it takes me longer to make sure that it's right, then so be it. So yeah, I've grafted hard to make sure that I'm happy with what I'm doing. There's still some things that I'm not happy with, so some things aren't coming out yet. But anyway, we'll get to that at another point. But so yeah, back to the desire thing. So yeah, and then also like if there's any difficult relationships you have, one of the exercises says like, oh, if you write 10 things you're grateful for that person that you're having a hard time with or that you have a broken relationship with, then obviously it will help you get better. It has. It's made me kind of care less about a situation, which is good. And then I think the only other thing is like how I fell in love with running again. I've set myself a scary goal for February. As I said, I'll talk about that in another video. But that made me take up another marathon program. I'm not running a marathon, if that's what you're thinking, but I use that as an endurance builder. So yeah, I've fallen in love with running again. And I also want to say, like, anybody that's suffering with mental health or has a hard time or loses someone, learn to run. I know people think, oh, it's easy for you to say you're fit and healthy, but like, I never liked running until I realised the benefits of running. Start slow. So you don't have to go out and run a 5K. You don't. Sorry, I have no idea what happened then. But yeah, you can go out and just run 10, 20K. Like, that's crazy. Like, just build your way up, 1, 2, 3K. Even do a marathon program. It starts really light. It starts super easy. It's not difficult. Like, and then you can just build your endurance, and then you'll find that you can fall in love with running. Other than that, I have got a visa done for, well, the visa application is in the process for America. So ideally my goals for next year will be to smash the American market the best I can. I feel like I've done so much in the UK and I'm super grateful for all my clients here. But I just want new work on my portfolio. I want new opportunities. I want new clients. I want to really go global next year. I think that's my biggest goal. I think I've done well with my social media this year to grow it as good as I have. Obviously it hasn't skyrocketed, but it's done well considering where I was a year ago. But yeah, at the same time, I also want to make sure that I'm a face in another country. So America will be #1 target next year for me. I've got a great agency there. I've done work there before, so I feel like I can really get stuck into that market and make some good money there. Plus I love LA, so it's a win-win. And then also like somewhere like South Africa, I'm signed with Boss in South Africa. I'd like to go there and build my portfolio. I haven't done any test shoots for a long time, apart from one recently. So I'd like to go there and build my book because I know that a lot of people say it's amazing out there. They also have a lot of car campaigns, so that's one of my goals for next year is a car campaign. I'd love to do a commercial with a car brand. Obviously Porsche, if you're watching, please hit me up, hit your boy up, please. But yeah, other than that, I just want to recap and say, like, set goals next year and act on them. Don't just set them and say, I want to do this. Like, get that one goal and break down how can I achieve that goal. So like break it into smaller goals. And I feel like that's the one thing I've learned well this year is if you can get your 10 biggest goals and then make 10 smaller goals on how to achieve that one goal for each of them 10 goals. It sounds like a lot, but when you break it down, it's really not. And you realize that when you break it down, it's very easy to get closer to your goals than you actually think. So I just want to say I've had an amazing year. I hope everyone else has had a great year. If you've ever been through it, if you've been through anything this year and it's been a tough year for you, like, please hit me up in the comments. I'm more than happy to help out and be a shoulder to cry on, shall we say. If you want to vent or get something off your chest, I'm always willing to help out. So other than that, I'm going to go in and meet this carer that I didn't know, but yeah, I'm going to go and see them. And it looks like I miss a bit of hair shaving there. I can see it, look, from a distance. It looks like I got, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, this is a Christmas one, so it's the 24th today. So yeah, Merry Christmas. Hope everyone is having a festive break and enjoying themselves. And I'll see you in the next video next week to tell you what this horrible challenge is that I'm going to be doing. Peace out, love. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Peace.